Merry solar rotation, everybody. Trials of Twilight is finally over, so with Zahen and Yunara supposedly still doing something of value, it means it's time to move on to a brand new year of League of Legends. Skins. Celebrating the new season of Demacia with a whole host of Demacian-themed cosmetics for mostly non-Demacian champions, mainly based around the aesthetics of Galio and the other Petricite constructs. Because of all the amazing things LMR produced that lore fans really wanted to stay canon after the Arcane Undoing, Duran's action figure assembly line was definitely up there.
You are a toy!
So after over a month-long break, let's jump right back into rapid-fire skin review, shall we? Beginning with my not-so-surprising favorite, Petricite cho'gath. I say this pretty much every time, but I think it is still just genuinely incredible that for a champion as old as cho'gath, he somehow still continues to get banger after banger after banger. Time and again placed in a setting that works in favor of his stiff and clunky animations, and in this case, an animate stone gargoyle is no exception. Bundled in with a whole host of extra details like the birds traveling across the wind during his W, the ult execute looking eerily similar to Lux's passive proc, I think probably is a potential nod to Galio, which, speaking of Galio and his friends, the owl-like appearance on Cho's face here, there's just no way it's not a reference to
Gorlak.
His name's Gorlith, actually.
You dirty bitch! How dare you? There ain't no Gorlak!
I do really wish he crumbled to bits in the death animation like Galio does, but that's really only a minor nitpick. The best chroma got deleted from the game files for some reason. That's really much more of a major nitpick. 9 out of 10. Petricite Nautilus. Strangely the only directly purchasable skin of the lot, and there's been a pattern of champions chosen to fill that spot for these Battle Pass patches being the one that's often the most profitable. I mean popular.
I need money.
So does that mean, Talia, do your skins really sell that poorly? You got outpaced by John Nottaman? Originally, I thought he was meant to be a Petricite fountain here, but really, he's supposed to be a sunken monument risen back up from the Conqueror's Sea. In fact, that's basically what's happening during the ult. And there's some other great details here, too, to tie back to that story and his default ocean watery theme, like the water tower lighthouse-esque design of his anchor and the aqueducts built onto his back. I do think it suffers in the same way that Spirit Blossom Springs Sona did, in that a consistently flowing waterfall effect would have done wonders for some visual flair. And for Nautilus specifically, as much as I like this, it would be nice that when you squint your eyes, you couldn't easily mistake this for Warden. Amethyst is the best chroma, 7.5 out of 10. Legacy of Duran Talia. I assume, like how Not and Cho are meant to be placeholders for hypothetical Petricite statues, that this isn't the real Talia, right? Because to me, my initial gut reaction to seeing this was thinking they turned her into a mage seeker?
That's messed up.
More specifically as a stand-in for Wisteria, considering with this whole season of Demacia thing, we're probably gonna see a retelling of that game. In reality, that's not what it is at all, even if an evil Talia skin would be kind of cool. But as it is presented, still, how is a magic earthbender able to magically bend anti-magic stone that's technically just petrified wood?
I don't know.
This potential and universe inconsistencies aside, I do still like it though. The rock and her taunt being replaced with a proper pedestal, the Q stones being shaped like little sparrows.
I understood that reference.
And, well, you know, it's just kind of nice to know that Talia is still going strong. Nearly 3 years sober from that oh-so-dreadful color blue. Good job. 7.5 out of 10. Prestige Veiled Lady Morgana. This should have been as redundant as Noxian Scion or Black Rose Vladimir, but I think they actually managed to pull it off.
Wait, what?
The gold and white color palette on a skin-tight suit, the sheer amount of sword imagery across nearly all her VFX, it is very intentionally Kale in design. Which is kind of cool, actually, as even though she was scrubbed from the recollection of most Demacians, she still was one of the original winged protectors. So them remembering her in the same visage as their more prominent angel makes total sense. And funny enough, for as much as I complained about prestige skins, I think this is the one to actually get it right. Not only in the aforementioned color scheme, but the normally unnecessary fractal glass patterning and visual effects works to this skin's benefit. An homage to the stained glass of Demacia and depictions even in our world made for gods and deities. It looks expensive, it feels divine, and they finally gave the Veiled Lady a real veil. Its color and opacity kind of just makes it look like part of her hair is translucent, but I'll take it.
Beggars can't be choosers.
8.5 out of 10. Overall, Demacian... I don't know, there are all kinds of Demacia. The first batch of the year gets an 8.5 out of 10. It would have been even higher if they didn't delete the chromas. Seriously, Riot, you already made them. Just toss them into the past to increase the value of it tenfold. You already do it in Tusco. But those are just my thoughts. What do you fellas think of our new Demacian theme skins? And what are you anticipating for the rest of the year? Maybe some other fun region swap skins like this? I know I'm excited. Corrupted skins, please. Just... I know we're past the Darkened theme already, but please.
As long as there's delusion, there's hope.
By the time this video's out, I'm sure we'll already know a lot more about what's coming out this year and what's on the way. Shyvana, Sona, I guess, maybe. But what we have right now, I think these guys are a pretty good sign of things to come. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Take care of yourselves, fellas. Have a happy new year, and I hope to see you again in the next video.